Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2016. Again, I record this entire episode without actually recording it. I keep doing it. It's this new application. I get confused. And I almost did it again right before this, but now it is recording. It says right there, stop recording. If it wasn't recording, say start recording. So, we're good. But anyways, we're back with a new team, and we're still on our voyage to find those unique Pokemon that may find their way into VGC 2016 that nobody's really given a shot yet. This week we have Persian and Mega Sharpedo. So, we can't get away. I haven't been able to get away from those primals yet. There's just such a weather war going on, and you're kind of screwed if you don't have your own weather to kind of deal with it. So we have Primal Groudon, Mega Rayquaza. Now, Mega Rayquaza and Primal Groudon really don't go together very well because, whereas Mega Rayquaza and Primal Kyogre work out really well, because Groudon doesn't really have a reliable way to knock one-hit KO Primal Kyogre. Primal Kyogre can one-hit KO Groudon, and if you're shutting off your own sun and letting that Kyogre attack you, it's not really working out too well. So we do have Ferrothorn to kind of help that Groudon to be able to one-hit KO Kyogres. We also have Aegislash, which is able to Wide Guard. That's really all Aegislash does. We haven't seen a lot this season. It was around at the beginning, but then people got wise to it and just started Fire Punching it and Flamethrowering it. Flamethrower Groudon isn't around as much anymore, so Fire Punch is a little more risky when you have King Shield. So I'm going to try Aegislash, see how it's working. Aegislash is special because we do have the physical Ferrothorn. And then also we have Mega Sharpedo. This is why I have Mega Rayquaza. It's going to be a normal Rayquaza if we use Mega Sharpedo. So then we can bring it in, shut off the Groudon Sun, and Waterfall it. We also have Persian, not the fastest Fake Outer. I think Weavile's 115, which is the fastest, and Persian's 105, if I remember. But in all the moves that Persian gets, Weavile also gets, but I do like Technician, and I wanted to try it out. So we have Fake Out, Taunt, Icy Wind, and Taunt. Fake Out, Taunt, Icy Wind, and Taunt. Fake Out, Taunt, Icy Wind, and Faint. So if you guys, and I've never used Faint before, I've never been one to like it, but we'll see what we can do with it. So if you guys do think this seems pretty cool, the pastebin is in the description below if you want to go try it out. Otherwise, we're going to look for a battle, and hopefully we can find some good battles like we found the first time go around. Alright, we found Proud, 1545 from Spain. I have to not be on selfie cam. We need front facing. I see an Espeon. What's another weird looking Pokemon right there? Golduck. Okay. So we see a Primal Kyogre, Yveltal, Espeon, Golduck, Thundurus, and Scizor. So this is just like a big 6 hitting team. We got Kyogre and Golduck for the Groudons. We got Scizor for the Xerneas. Thundurus for the Talonflame. Yveltal hits Crest really hard. We don't have a Crest. We do have an Aegislash. I don't know the calcs on that. I'm assuming it can one-hit Aegislash, but I'm not 100% on that. So I really want to lead with Persian. I think Persian's a really good lead here. Ferrothorn actually does really well here as well. It can hit everything but Scizor really hard. Scizor really the only one who can't. We can always Leech Seed Scizor, though. We don't really need Sharpedo as a matchup. Actually, not at all. We could Crunch Espeon with it, but I think we can deal with Espeon in other ways. I do think Groudon's really good. I'm actually going to lead with him, but we do need Ferrothorn for Golduck as well. And we could bring Aegislash, but I think Rayquaza with Extreme Speed is going to be better. So I'm going to confirm that. I'm going to confirm that. And we'll see if we regret not bringing Aegislash this match. We were able to bring Mega Sharpedo both matches last attempt, so hopefully we can still bring him in today's episode. Otherwise, I'm sure we'll see him throughout the week because there's so many Groudons. It's really easy to bring him. So we see Yveltal and Thundurus actually lead here, so we're going to be looking really good with our Rock Slides. Yveltal is going to emit its Dark Aura. Now, I am Technician Persian instead of Limber, so it would kind of suck if Thundurus gets off the Thunder Wave onto Persian, but I think what I'm going to do here is actually Fake Out the Yveltal so I can kind of reduce how much damage Groudon's taking, and then, 1 second here. So, one of my big things is that I never stop and think. So, this Thundurus could have Hidden Power Water. So, what I'm actually going to do here... Oops, not faint. I'm going to Fake Out the Thundurus, and I'm going to Rock Slide. Especially because this player is in the 1500s with this strange team, so he doesn't switch. So he probably doesn't have hidden power water, so we can probably just get that out of the way. Foul play, though, from the Yveltal. That's going to hurt Groudon. Critical hit, almost one hit, KOs us. Hooray for that. So I'm going to get this Rock Slide off. It's going to hurt both these Pokemon really bad. Almost KOs, but unfortunately it does not. So we're going to see leftovers on the Thundurus. We probably would have knocked out the Thundurus had it not been bulky. I'm assuming it's bulky because of the leftovers, but I'm going to Icy Wind here, and I'm actually just going to protect Groudon. I guess we'll find out if my opponent has... We should see Taunt from the Persian, so good thing I didn't try and taunt it back. I was thinking about it. But we do get the Icy Wind off, and we see Persian is faster than both Pokemon. So Thundurus and Yveltal both going to drop a speed stat here. Obviously Yveltal not fainting because it is pretty bulky. Thundurus surviving as well. Yveltal goes for knockoff here. Groudon is going to protect. So we see Foul Play, knockoff. We also probably see Protect and Sucker Punch from this Yveltal. So I think I'm going to avoid that kind of nonsense. I'm going to Icy Wind. I'm going to switch my Groudon out for Rayquaza. If my opponent knockoffs here, it's not going to be good for Rayquaza, because I think that one hit KOs us. But if he goes for Sucker Punch here, then we're really good. I could see the Sucker Punch happening because of the Icy Wind, that's why. Yep, Sucker Punch, perfect. Thundurus goes for Thunder Wave on the Persian. Yep, called that, called it real good. Called that, boys from the hood. Persian gets the Icy Wind off too. So that's going to knock out the Thundurus for sure. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And Yveltal is going to get its drop, and then Thundurus is going to faint. So, a Kyogre, I assume, comes out here. Kyogre, I assume, comes out here. Kyogre, hello? Hello, Kyogre. Come here, Kyogre. Golduck is also a possibility if my opponent for some reason didn't bring Kyogre. I don't know why they wouldn't bring Kyogre, but it is a possibility. It is a possibility. We actually see Scizor come out here. That's interesting. So we may be seeing like a superpower come out from Scizor. I'm going to just Icy Wind and Mega Evolve Extreme Speed the Yveltal. So I can knock out the Yveltal here, and then we can slow the Scizor down. Actually, oh, shoot. You know what I should have done? I should have fainted the Yveltal and Extreme Speeded. Actually, I don't know. Does Faint Out Speed Extreme Speed? I don't think it does. I think it has the same. I think it has the same priority as Fake Out does. So that wouldn't have mattered. That wouldn't have mattered. Especially with a Paralyzed Persian, because Paralyzed Persian is going to underspeed. Going to underspeed the Rayquaza at this point with Extreme Speed, because of being paralyzed. Scizor is going to also Mega Evolve here. So the problem we have right now is Groudon. It's okay, he's not going to protect, that's fine then. Groudon's at such a low health that Scizor can probably just Bullet Punch it to death. So we do have to figure out what we're going to do there, because Groudon's our biggest counter for Scizor right now. We do see Bullet Punch, who's it can connect with. Persian. So I'm going to get the Icy Wind off. It's not going to matter a ton right now. It's not going to matter a ton right now. We do get the drop here. Persian's Taunt's going to wear off, which, again, does not matter right now. And we see my opponent's last Pokemon's going to end up coming in here, and it is Kyogre. So he didn't bring Golduck up, surprisingly. I guess he just wasn't worried enough because of stuff. Because of stuff and things. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. So what can we do here? I'm going to Icy Wind with Persian for sure. And I'm just going to straight up Dragon Ascent this Kyogre right now. Because I don't think there's a way Scizor... Okay, Kyogre does Protect. I don't think there's a way Scizor can knock out Rayquaza though. Maybe with Bullet Punch? No, that's not going to knock us out. And Dragon Ascent, of course, not going to work. And then we do get paralyzed here. So I could have protected there, but I'm just going to Icy Wind, and we're going to try and Dragon Ascent again. I don't think Bullet Punch can get us from this range, because we did have some damage done to us already from Life Orb. Yeah, we're going to survive with 3, so I do get the Dragon Ascent off. I just need some damage on this Kyogre is all. That's all. Boom. Ooh, was that a crit? I don't think so. I think that's just the damage a Mega Rayquaza can do. My boy. And Kyogre does go for Ice Beam. And that's going to knock out Persian. That's fine. Because now we're tied up here. We've got damage off on both Pokemon. And he's got to deal with a Ferrothorn while in the heavy rain. We must have a not ideal Wi-Fi connection because everything's really slow. So Ferrothorn's going to come out. Groudon's going to come out. I'm just trying to think here, because I think he protects Kyogre this turn, and if he has Superpower and Scissor, I think he goes for it. So I'm actually going to Fire Punch Scissor and protect Pharaoh. So let's see, does he Bullet Punch Groudon? No, he faints. I guess that was the best play, because even if I did protect, then he knocks me out. Darn it. Darn it. He tries to Ice Beam Ferrothorn here. So if he has Superpower on the Scissor, again, he probably goes for it. I can knock out this Kyogre anytime I want, so I'm not super worried about it right now. He's going to Ice Beam. He's doing something with the Scissor. He's got to have Superpower. Or he's going for, like, Swords Dance. He does have Superpower. Like I said, even if I did protect with Groudon that turn, it wouldn't have mattered. So kudos to you for having Superpower on your Scissor. Most people run Swords Dance in that slot, and then Protect as well. Actually, no, I guess Scissor typically does run Superpower, doesn't it? It's Feint, Bullet Punch, Swords Dance, Superpower. Bullet Punch, Feint, Swords Dance, Superpower, yeah. So I guess there was no way around that. Because even if I protect, like I said, even if I protected with Groudon, Scissor knocks it out with Feint. And then we would have been Ice Beamed, which would have done a ton of damage. And the only thing I could do with that Scissor is Leech Seed. And we wouldn't have been able to knock it out. I'm trying to think. What happened to our Groudon? It got foul played. I guess over-predicting the Hidden Power Water. That's what it was. That's what really got us there. I'm sorry. It's like I've been practicing a shutdown, and every freaking person carries Hidden Power Water. That's why I did it. So I guess I could have looked at his team and assumed, but he has I don't know. So that was just trying to figure out if he had Hidden Power Water or not. So I guess if I had I couldn't have double protected. I guess if I would have faked out Evoltol and protected Groudon that turn, then I would have seen if he would have switched. So I guess that was the better play. So that, again, one play really did it for us because we got a bunch of damage from that foul play. Also, if he didn't crit us, if he hadn't critted us, Feint wouldn't have been taking us out. So that's another thing, I guess. But we can go on to the next battle and see what we can do from there. So stay tuned, everyone. Alright, we got Yazza from Australia, 1456 rated player. And we have, is that a Mega Kazam? So we see Rayquaza, Groudon, Ferrothorn, Salamence, Kazam, Alakazam, and Crobat. So what do we lead with here? Persian. I think usually with this team you decide between Persian and Aegislash. I think Persian is just going to be better here. I think in general, Persian's just better. And Sharpedo actually looks really good as well. So I'm going to bring Sharpedo. Because we have Crunch for the Alakazam, we have Waterfall for the Groudon, we have Ice Fang For the Kyogre, the Salamence, and the Crobat, we need Groudon for his Ferrothorn, and we need Rayquaza for our own biddings. I like it a lot. So this is the typical team that I usually use when I use this team. Sharpedo, Persian, Groudon, Rayquaza, and Ferrothorn and Aegislash are just kind of there as utility Pokemon if you do need them. So we see Crobat, Alakazam. That should be fine, though. So what I could see happening here... Do we outspeed a Crobat? Is that a thing? I don't have time to look is the problem, because I could try and taunt this Crobat right now. I'm going to Icy Wind. And protect with Sharpedo. So I get the +1 with Sharpedo. Plus... Okay, we don't see a Mega Evolution from the Alakazam. And also no Protect. Quick Guard. So expecting the Fake Out from my Persian onto Alakazam, he tried to Quick Guard me. So now I get the Icy Wind off, so for sure we're going to be outspeeding this following turn. And... Alakazam... Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, Energy Ball. He has Energy Ball for Ogres. So, what I can do now... Faint... Sharpedo Mega Evolves, and... Crunches is our safest play. I mean, there's Ferrothorn, but we're going to get Iron Barbed either way if we... Waterfall our Crunch. I was going to Waterfall him. I mean, there's really no reason to. Sharpedo is going to Mega Evolve here. We don't see any switch outs, which is really good for us. He might not be expecting the Protect. That's our biggest hope. So we don't even see a Protect from the Alakazam, so I'm going to get a Feint off. So kind of a useless Feint, because Sharpedo's going to Crunch. It's going to outspeed because of the +1 and the -1. So there goes Alakazam. There goes the Ala. And what do we see from Crobat? We actually see Super Fang connecting with Persian. Alright. Alright, I see you, big doggy. Our Persian is EV'd to make it so we have an odd. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, it just happened. I don't even remember where I put the number 4 EV. Because it's 252 attack, 252 speed, hasty nature. I'm sure I put an HP, though. Unless it didn't make it odd. Because I usually try and make it so that it makes it odd, but... You know how it go. You know how it do. So Groudon is going to come out here. And obviously, we making the play right now. We go in, switch Persian out. We'll switch Persian out for Rayquaza. Actually, you know what? No. We won't do that. We won't do that because... We're going to taunt Crobat. And protect Sharpedo. Why are we doing this? Because if Crobat Tailwinds, if Groudon protects... Okay, it didn't protect. That's why I protected Sharpedo. But I wanted to taunt Crobat so he couldn't Tailwind. Yep. And then Groudon goes for Precipice. So that's going to knock out the Persian, which is fine. Persian's done its job today. See ya, Persian. We lowered the Crobat speed by 1, plus we got it taunted. And we're able to get rid of Rayquaza as well. So I'm going to bring in the Rayquaza? Almost said Salamence. Rayquaza here. We're going to get the airlock up so the weather effects go away. Here. I'll Dragon Ascent the Crobat and Waterfall Groudon. Okay, he's going to let us do it, too. So I'm going to Waterfall Groudon. This is going to one-hit KO. See ya. Thea, wanna be so Groudon's gone, and Dragon Ascent should one-hit KO this Crobat. Well, it's not one-hit KO, obviously, because we've got an Icy Wind off on it. But it should take it out, at least. Bop. So there goes Crobat. So now whatever his last Pokemon is, has to deal with these two. If it's Rayquaza, Ice Fang, Draco Meteor. Salamence, Ice Fang, Draco Meteor. Ferrothorn, that's a different story. We do have Groudon on the back, so if it's Ferrothorn, that's fine. If it is Ferrothorn, that's fine. It is Salamence, though. So even then, we can rock slide it as well. We can rock slide it as well, mate. Yeah, like I said, Draco on the Salamence, Ice Fang on the Salamence. He is going to stick it out. Good for you. No forfeits quite yet. He might protect here just to get his speed up. But as far as I remember from previous battles, +1 Sharpedo Adamant outspeeds a Mega Salamence. So that is one thing to note here, at least from my experience. This Sharpedo at +2 does not outspeed a timid Geomancy Xerneas. So you might want to change it to... he voids. He does Hyper Voice. Does that knock out both Pokemon? It doesn't knock out either. So Draco Meteors can connect, and that should get him from here, but who knows. But like I was trying to say, I think that's... from what I'm aware of, that Xerneas outspeeds Sharpedo at +2, so might have to change it to Jolly. There's no way to one-hit KO Xerneas with the Sharpedo. Actually, Sharpedo gets Poison Jab, doesn't it? I might get rid of Crunch for Poison Jab. Might try that out. But yeah. So, let me know what you guys think, if I should change it to Jolly or not. At this point, I'm leaving it Adamant, because we'll just have to work with Persian to taunt and fake out that Xerneas, or maybe Icy Wind it, if we have to. And that's a way to get around it. So, it's just something to keep in your mind that is probably not going to happen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you think about this team down in the comment section below, and be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone.